I started in the construction industry in 2006, building modular buildings mainly for the commercial sector, camps and well site trailers, office buildings, relocatable temporary space. I'd always had a passion for modular and off-site construction as a way to combat our construction shortages, our rising costs, and the issues we have with conventional stick-built construction. I think modular is a great way to combat that. We can control our quality, we can control our material, our supply. You know, I always had a vision that we could bring the cost down and make construction more efficient. So in 2015, we pushed into that space with more intention, got into building multi-family, multi-story, apartment buildings, condo buildings. Basically, what you see on any street in any town. We would do it component built like Lego, build them in the factory, ship them to site, crane them up. Company that I founded turned into what is one of the leading modular suppliers in Canada today. I believe that everybody deserves a roof over their head. Everybody deserves a home that they can go to at the end of the day or during the day where they feel safe, and from that safety they can heal, they can develop, they can grow, they can do whatever. My personal passion is for the kids. I think when kids live in a environment, in a setting where they don't have that stability, they don't have that safety, it exposes them to a greater risk of being traumatized, of being abused, of being whatever it is. So I believe I can't fix systems and kids and families single-handedly, but if we can provide one kid with a house where they can feel safe, I believe that that's going to change the trajectory of that child's life as they transition to an adult, and it's going to impact their kids and their kids and their kids generationally. And that's why I am passionate about the space that we're in. The industry had a gap between the product that was manufactured and the people and the child that needed to live in it. There was a gap in between there that is underserved today. When Justin and I connected with Remote Projects, it was just a perfect alignment. He has been serving these markets for just about 10 years with an incredible track record, an incredible reputation. Typically, communities he serves, he works for 5, 6, 7 years ongoing. These aren't flash in the pan relationships, and that is absolutely key to providing what my vision is it requires trust, and trust isn't built in a day, and he has done an incredible job of building that trust off of, so it was a real easy decision for me to join the company. I'm not really joining a company, I'm joining him as a person, his values and character. What really made me passionate about this was November 13th of 2010, when my house burned down. With I had 2 kids, Jackson was 3 and Maddie was 3 months old. Built this new house and we lived in it for 14 months. Woke up at 4:30 in the morning and to smoke, and I got the family out, and that house burned to the ground with every stick of furniture and stitch of clothing we had went down with it. And we were going through a really tough time financially. In 2010, it was that 2008 crash. Business was really struggling. I wasn't making taking a wage. I owned the company, but I wasn't taking a wage. And I went to buy some new pajamas for my kids in the morning, and my credit card didn't work, and my bank account was empty, and we just lost everything. What really has transformed the rest of my life from that point was the generosity and love of the community around us. Within days, we had money donated to us, prepaid credit cards, and we were able to just start putting our life back together. And I never forgot that moment. I haven't lived in poverty a lot of my life, but I know what it's like in a moment like that to not have. And coming out of that, thankfully things turned around relatively quickly, but I never forgot it, and I never lost this passion to help people that are in that space particularly in a longer period of time, right? Chronic. And one of the, we all know about our Indigenous brothers and sisters in the communities that they live in. We see them all the time. I've been serving them for many years in the modular company that I was with. We did lots of projects on First Nations land. And so I just got to see the plight and the shortage. Together with my passion and the need, a great person said one time, the need is the call, right? And to me, the housing need, the housing shortage, when I lay awake at night, it's not about whether we're not making money, whether there's people sleeping at the same time as I'm laying in my beautiful bed that don't have a bed, or they're sleeping on in someone's basement, right? And they don't know if they can stay there another night or two or three, or they're sleeping under a bridge. It's those types of people that keep me awake at night. I'm going to make a difference. I'll tell you, remote projects, my vision, my dream, my goal for remote projects is when people think about homeless and housing shortages, they're going to synonymously think about remote projects. The name remote projects is a solution to that problem. We know that trust isn't going to be built in a day. It's not going to be built in one transaction. But if we do one deal and provide what we say we're going to, and collaboratively work with them and solve their issues. Their issues are equitable, cost-effective buildings being built, whether it's residential or commercial, which we do both. It's less about the methodology we provide to them, whether it's stick-built, panelized, modular, or other innovative new methods. It's less about that, because we can provide them all. We can provide them all if we build that relationship with them at that heart level. One of our company's core values, number 5, is passion/heart, right? We commit to living and leading with our hearts, and that's on every level of our company. That's a heart connection with the client, and it's a heart purpose that the buildings, the houses, the homes we provide give a roof over a kid's head. That touches my heart, right? Heart is a big part of our company, and if we can share our hearts with our clients, we can build that trust. Another one of our core values is creative. So we want to sit down with the community. We want to hear their challenges, right? One of the questions we ask is, what problem can we solve for you today? Right? And when they can share that with us, and then we can bring our expertise and experience and provide solutions and advice. Remote projects provide single-family homes, multifamily homes, and multi-story multifamily homes. So multifamily duplexes, fourplexes, multi-story multifamily vision apartment building. We have extensive experience and expertise in all of those categories. We also build commercial buildings, picture office buildings, multi-story office buildings. We'll do camps, accommodation, workers' accommodation buildings, that sort of thing, as well as more commercial and infrastructure projects as well. So, water treatment plants, sewage treatment, civil infrastructure. We can cover all of those. Remote Projects is a turnkey solutions provider in all things infrastructure.